Hi, welcome. My name is Gwozdz-Millimen and I'm from Grand Canyon University. And I'm going to be talking about phonological and phonemic awareness for pre-K families. Phonetical awareness is a skill that allows children to recognize and work with sounds. It's a broader sound. It's a foundation of learning to read. Rhyming, altercation, and count of syllables. Example for altercation is Susie sold 6 salami sandwiches. It's not taught. Kids need to pick it up from a rich language environment. Phonemic awareness is a sublet of phonological awareness in which listeners are able to hear and identify phonemes. It's the smallest unit of sound. They add letters and they change words. Example, chair to fair. You take the CH away, you put F for fair. Parents can help by doing everyday language in part of their day, check out technology, or put them in a preschool program. It's a stronger prediction of reading success. How early reading development is related to literacy. Students learn to understand and use language and express ideas, thoughts, and feelings. It's important to start at birth with reading, singing, and talking. This gives your child advantage to be ready for school. Children can see and influence with print in everyday situation, like through books, magazines, and grocery lists. Everywhere you go, like if you travel or anything, when you see words, go over that with your child and introduce that. What parents can do to help with your child developing literacy skills. Talk to your children every day. Make sure you have a conversation with them. Draw attention to everyday settings like traffic signs or restaurant logos. The most important is the restaurant logos would be the McDonald's. That's most important to kids. When they see the big M, they recognize that's McDonald's. Traffic signs like yield signs, stop signs, like the train sign. I mean, anything that you can see that is going to be print will help your child. Read to your child every day. Reread their favorite book. When you read their favorite book, they might want to listen to it 2 or 3 times, but that's okay because that they're interested in that, and that shows print words in the book too. Children combine what they know about speaking and listening. Then they'll be ready to read and write. By the end of kindergarten, they need to recognize many words in a sentence, submit and blend words at least 3 syllables, understand concept of rhyming, isolate begin and end sounds, submit and add blend sounds in words with 3 sounds. Change a sound to make a new word. That's things they need to be able to do before they leave kindergarten. How phonetical phonemic awareness relates to literacy. Learning to read starts with phonological and phonemic. Before literacy can even happen, they go hand in hand. By learning sounds of words, rhyming can help pronounce words. Children will develop phonetical awareness, will have a head start when they begin kindergarten. Some small activities I'd like to introduce to you that you could do in the home is the first one is print concept. What can you do for print concept? Point to the words in a book while reading out loud. And if it's too much for them and their attention span is short, you just go to a shorter book. But make sure that when you're reading, point to the words, let them get knowledge of different words, and then down the road they'll be able to pronounce them. But the most important thing is to recognize print concepts. Letter naming is called a letter hunt. It's a game where you get a basket and you have your child pick out 10 letters. And then the parent calls out the letter. And then if they have that letter, they keep that letter. If not, it goes back in the basket and you just keep repeating it. To modify it, you can go down to 5 letters instead of 10. It just depends on the age and it depends on their attention span also. Another one is vocabulary. Make a homemade flip book at home with the daily words that you use every day with your child. You can decorate it with paper, color paper, crayons, markers, glue, whatever they want to do. Make it fun for them. And then they can have a flip book where they can see the words and recognize the print concept of the words too. And if the words are too big and they're not understanding the concept, go with is, are, or we. Those are smaller words that they could probably understand. Phonetical awareness is a rhyme with a story. If the rhyme is too long, and same with the touch and span again, go with a shorter rhyme. All kids love rhymes, and you can even sing them too. Listening what an animal makes a sound, you could play the game in your house. If they're not understanding what the sound of the animal is, associate it with the picture, and then that's how you can modify the game too. Speaking, when I was younger, I used to play I Spy game. I loved it. And you just go around the house and you just pick out a color like red, like the bouncy ball in the playroom or something like that. And just something familiar that they can recognize. Don't go hard or anything. Just make it fun. And then if their favorite colors like blue or black, pick out something in the room that's blue or black. And just it goes on forever. And it's just a fun game, and you can recognize things in your home too. Comprehension. Before reading to your child, have them discuss the cover of the book. Look at the book, look at the pictures, talk about the author, talk about the illustration, get really into it. When you're sitting with a child, have them explain the book to you by just looking at the cover. Tell them what you think, ask them what you think is going to happen, have them express herself. Um, what does this look like in the picture? What is this character be doing? Just express yourself and be really elaborate with the story, and then follow up with questions, and then they can retell the story to you, because that's always fun too. Is when you read a story, then they can retell it back to you. They can add characters or just the way they want to hear and like it. But reading is very important with your child, and you should do that every day. And a parent should be a parent that the child wants them to be. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.